Why can't I access the internet?
For many countries, such as China, this is their everyday life. In America, we have access to information like no other country. In 2016, Freedom House ranked China last out of 65 countries. That represents 88% of the world's internet users.
China has the biggest population in the world, with it being 1.3 billion, although 66% of those people do not have access to the internet.
Comparatively, the United States has a population of 325 million people, and 22% of those people do not have access to the internet. Reports Without Borders ranked China 167 out of 180 in its index of freedom press.
China's strict restrictions on news platforms and social media makes it much harder to access information.
Places we eat, shop, and hang out have internet connectivity to have nonstop information access.
In America, this access to information comes from our freedom.
Jillian, what are you doing?
Taking a selfie? Hashtag I hate America, hashtag moving to Canada.
Hey, you can't say that.
Yes, I can. Freedom of speech. It's protected under the First Amendment.
So what is protected under the First Amendment? We took our questions to Thomas Hicks, a network engineer in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Mr. Hicks, what is the First Amendment in application to the internet?
We have a Constitution, First Amendment, that allows us freedom of speech. And I believe in 1997, Congress passed that the internet was part of the First Amendment, so your freedom of speech is viable online.
What isn't protected under the First Amendment?
The amendment does not apply for individuals and businesses, I believe. It's more for the government. Freedom of speech does not go for, crimes, threats, child pornography.
The First Amendment gives us the right to have freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and freedom of religion. How does having access to information change the way we receive internet? And how would that affect other countries?
With all the online apps that you can get, Snapchat, Twitter, Slack, reach millions of people real in a short amount of time.
How would living in a country without these freedoms affect their country's interactions with its citizens? What would it cause?
You can have uprisings, you could have riots, you could have deaths, you could have a government takeover.
How has the internet changed us as a country in the last 20 years?
The internet really got popular in 1980. It was 1 to 2%. In year 2000, it was 51%. In like 2006, it was 97%. So just within 10, 15 years, 97% of the information could get out to America like that.
We took our C-SPAN documentary to Ann Arbor, Michigan. What does it mean to be an American?
We have freedom of speech. We all have our own rights, and that we are able to, express our feelings and
freedom of speech.
Just being free and our thoughts, where in other countries, you aren't able to do it.
More opportunities and
living your best life, and no one really tells you what you do.
What I think it means to be American is that we all have freedom and we all have rights.
Being able to choose your Congress and your president.
How does the First Amendment help you express yourself?
Well, I'm very happy to have the First Amendment.
I feel like because I'm from America, I'm more confident that I should have the right.
I have been really proud of being an American. We get to put whatever we want on the internet, so
maybe I'm more likely to take things for granted because of where I'm from.
So you can access information everywhere in the world, and
when I think of just rights in general, I'm more readily okay, I have to do this. I know people who don't have the right.
And the broader picture and the broader topics around the world.
Internet access is everywhere.
Like many of our interviewers, we believe being an American is from our born-given rights surrounding freedom of speech and the press. The use of the internet helps us fuel this freedom, Access to information from the use of internet is our freedom of speech, and that's what it means to be an American.
A lot of people, I think a lot of people in America take freedom of speech and say, if this, and really freedom of speech is a lot smaller.